Hi, and welcome back to It's Miracle Beauty. My name is Brandy, and I am a pan challenge review type channel. So I concentrate on using what I have versus buying more. I always give the disclaimer, it doesn't mean I will not buy more. It does not mean I will never have new makeup. In fact, I have a few new things I bought this year. Some of them are not new anymore because it's July. Other ones are just coming out now that I did purchase that I do plan to review. It's just been a really crazy hectic. I changed jobs in May and it was quite a bit of a promotion in a lot of ways. And so it's kind of occupied my time, plus balancing the kids and family and husband and all that. So eventually I get those up, but if they're late, they're late. I do it because I enjoy it, not because I need to get a million views, which wouldn't happen. But the point is that I do it because I love it. It's not always about timing. So if you've never been here before, this is my pan challenge this year. I do 3 videos, but I do the same intro on every single one because I do have an autoimmune disease. It's easier on me to have less of that. And also, to be quite honest, it makes editing everything easier. So in case you've never been here, my pan challenges are not all use them up completely. Some of my pan challenge items are with the goal to use completely, and I do have quite a few I use this month. However, the main goal is use. So it's working through my entire collection and using a little bit of everything. So I concentrate on using a certain number of times each month. So let's say I have a foundation, and that foundation may have 5, 7, 10 times that I use it that month. And as long as I hit that goal, I feel like a win. I personally have found this system to be the most successful system I've ever used. I've hit more pans this year, I've emptied more items, and I've went through more of my collection than ever before. But pan challenges are intensely personal, so it goes on your preferences, your collection or lack of collection, or if it's just a passion project for you. Sometimes your goals may be different. Maybe you want to complete that item 100%. So I totally get it. Just know that, everybody does them a little bit different. This is how I do mine. The last thing I want to say is, as you watch these videos, try to keep in mind that I wear makeup almost every day of the entire month. In fact, in the month of June, I only miss one day, and in the month of May, I only miss one day. I enjoy wearing makeup. I love wearing makeup. So that's why you'll see some things get used relatively quickly, because if it's something I'm enjoying or it's something that I use often, then it will go pretty fast. So that all being said, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe, do all the fancy YouTube things. And let's get started on my pan challenge updates for my 3 different pans that I have. Hi, and welcome back to the last pan challenge for June's update. I am doing my full face, which is 20 items, which sometimes is a full face and sometimes isn't. So we are going to go through that. One of the things you may notice is that there's a staggering amount of progress and a lot of products this month. I wear makeup almost every single day. In the last 2 months, I've only missed one day each month. So first item we're going to update our progress on is Rose Inks blush, and this is in Camellia. This is one that has a great formula. We're getting a nice dip in it, and I do enjoy it. I am no longer buying Rose Ink cream products because they dry out too fast for the size of collection I had. If you only have 1 cream blush or 2 cream blushes, they're fantastic, but they dry out too fast for me to keep them to use at some point. So that one is going to stay in the challenge because it's still working well. Okay, I have a feeling that this is messed up, but we'll go through it and see. Normally I have a system that notates when something's been removed, and I forgot to do my system, and now my pen's dead. So I may mess something up, we'll see. But Rose Ink was the first item. The second one is ABH Carly Bible palette. In case you've never been here before, I actually own 2 of these. This is the original one I bought, and I do have quite a few pans in there now. So I definitely feel like I've gotten my use. I should have, and I've said this a million times already, used this as my Pan That palette. I chose Sultry in the Abandon the Project because I hate that palette. So this is coming out, and in its place, I am going to put the Rare Beauty palette. This is Confident Energy. I actually got this and the other one. They sell both for half off at Sephora. God, I think the first summer they came out was probably 2021 for $12.50 each. So I paid $25 for both. I have never used either one of these, so I am going to move that in, and I am going to move the Carly Bible out. Next is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. This is one that I am going to take out, not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just that, one, highlighters take forever to go through, and I might be able to get through another product in that time frame. And also, because to be quite honest, I just wasn't that excited about it. Like, it just wasn't something that I looked at and went, I need to use that. Next is the Oma Cream Stick Bronzer, and it does look like this. I am only panning the bronzer side, and if you look, we are almost where you cannot see the bronzer in the tip. That's how far we've got it down. I love this product. It's so emollient and it just blends into your skin. That is all I have left. I am definitely keeping this in. I'm going to do my best to try to finish this summer. I think that I've used a decent amount this year, and I think I should be able to this summer. So next is the Hourglass Incandescent Strobe. I know I just saw that. It does look like this. This is a travel size. I probably should have pulled this out. I don't think I did. I probably should have pulled it out though. Yeah, I didn't. But this is one that, it's a travel size, and I actually own this in a full-size palette, but I am trying to use what I've paid for, so I am using it and trying to, you know, just make progress at this point. Sorry, I'm moving my hair around. It is so hot in here. I'm like smothering from my hair. I should have just put it up, but sometimes it can look funny when I put it up in video, so I always kind of hesitate. And my cheeks look so pink because I'm so hot. It's funny. Next is the Hourglass Rose Gold Cream Highlighter. I got this from BoxyCharm a million years ago. This is definitely not technically good anymore, but it's still working good. It's still being fine. And there is still a ton of product in here. I can't go all the way up because it will fall because it's not sturdy. But I mean, that is a lot of product. And I've already been using it for 6 months. I mean, I used it prior to 6 months too, but not regularly enough to like really make a difference. But this is 6 months of use, and I still like, it's a crap ton of product. So while I don't think these are priced economically by any means or any stretch of the word, when you get enough product that you can use it that long and it stayed good this long, it does make you feel a little more comfortable with it. Well, at least for me. If I can balance the worth and the use and the expiration, then for me, it's usually worth it. Next is the Hourglass Blush. This is one I am going to take out. It does look like this. And it is the Magenta, Radiant Magenta. This is a cool toned pink one. It's getting a little bit of more use in there, but I am going to pull that out, and in its place, I am going to roll in the Rare Beauty Blush in Joy. This is kind of a corally pink. Again, it's a cream or a liquid product. I want to go through it. I don't want it to go bad. So next is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This is one that I've had steady progress all year, especially in the middle shade. That one is completely flattening out. Let me see if I can get it to pick up on the camera. The other two still have a dome, and that one is totally flat. I use this every single day. So that is one I'm definitely keeping in. I enjoy that very much. Another one that I'm going to keep is the NARS Cream Blush. This is an Orgasm, and I am making a nice little dent in that. So definitely seeing some progress and happy about that. The NARS Orgasm Powder Blush. It's one of these old style packages. I don't know if they still use these or not, but it does look like this. And this is not my favorite blush in the world. I actually prefer a lot of other blushes over that, but it was very expensive, so I am trying to use it as much as I can. So the next one is the Glossier Concealer. This is one that I have made a pretty big dent this month. I've been using this, for lack of a word, almost like an eye cream. Before like when I do my primer, I throw just a little bit of this under my eye, and it's such an emollient and moist product that it really does like moisturize my under eyes, and then it also helps conceal dark circles, so it kind of works together. So I have been enjoying that. You do have to be careful because it can get heavy if you use too much, so it's like the smallest amount, but I have enjoyed it, and it looks really good when I do it. So there's also the Huda concealer. This is one that I don't necessarily enjoy in my under eyes, but for covering up or for like the bridge of the nose, things like that, it does work very well, and I am going to leave that in. Another one I have immense progress on. I mean, this is, when you push all this down, it is crazy how little is in this package. This was basically unused when I started this, and I think it's been in the challenge either 2 or 3 months. It's not the full year, but it's been in a decent amount of time. So my goal definitely is to complete that product, and looking forward to it. I enjoy that product a lot. Another one I have been enjoying, I've always loved that watermelon primer. This product in particular, I did not enjoy. I purchased it and immediately had like, why did I do that? This isn't for me. I don't like this. I try not to say products suck per se, because what doesn't work for me may work for you. And I don't feel like that's fair to review a product because I didn't like it when someone else could use it. Now, we know there are those limited products that are just pieces of, but this is the Pat McGrath's Sublime Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Does look like that. This is a very liquidy, very fine one, and so I thought it would be perfect for my 44-year-old skin. It sinks into things. I don't care for it. However, when I mix it with the Good Apple, the Reboot, the Makeup Forever stick, any of those foundations, this looks impeccable, especially when I use it on the perimeter of my face. It just makes it like glow from within, and it's really, truly beautiful foundation. Next is the Tarte blush palette. I am not going to keep this in. It was painful to use this as many times as I did. These are just colors I don't really reach for. I've really been into a lot of cool tone blushes, and then I also, they're very matte except for one. So I've only really reached for that one shimmery blush the whole month. So in its place, I am going to move in my Jaclyn Hill. This is a lip mask like for bedtime. And there is a pretty decent amount gone from it. I do enjoy this one. It smells like weird. It's like a chemical smell. I think it's supposed to be watermelon or something, but to me it doesn't smell it. It just has like a fruity smell. So that is going to move in. Another one I am going to take out is the It Cosmetics bronzer. And this is expired or having issues. I don't know if you can see how rough the surface is, but that is basically hard pan, and I've tried to like go over it. I've tried everything and it's just not working. This is probably at least 2 to 3 years old, so I have a feeling that it expired, so I'm going to declutter that. In its place, I am going to move in the Pat McGrath Divine Skin. This is her Rose 001 Essence. I love this. If you have dry skin, I don't know if you can see, it's a little shook up. It separates. There's like a pink down here, and there's like a lotion in there. If you have dry skin, this is amazing on your makeup. I use it every single day, in the morning and at night, and I will repurchase it. It is staggeringly expensive. I think this weekend of July 4th, there's a 40% off sale at Pat McGrath. If you like it, I would go to things like that. This might go up after that sale, but if you watch her site or you get on her mailing list, she does sales all the time. So don't fret if you miss the July 4th sale. That is going to go in for the It Cosmetics. So next is the Jaclyn Hill Duo. I talked about this last month. I put this in with the expectation to declutter it at the end of the month. I have been loving it. The bronzer is okay. It's buildable. It looks fine. It works fine. Like, it's not bad at any means. But that blush, that is like a pinkish lilac cool tone blush, and it's like right up my alley right now. I've been really enjoying those. So that is staying in. Another one that's staying in, and I'm hoping to finish it this month. It was laying outside, so you can't really tell, but there's a little bit less than halfway in this. This is the Kosas Lip Oil in Malibu. This is really old and needs to get out of my collection for safety reasons. Next is the ones I'm going to take out that I knew there was something else to take out. I use these as one product, even though there's two. There's just no way for me to get as much use in the month to have it in my pan challenge because of my work schedule. I can wear this one to work, but I really would have trouble wearing this one. We do work in an office. They're pretty lax. I can wear color, but you can't go too crazy. So I'm going to take these out. I do own quite a few of these. If you've never used them at Danessa Myricks, they are called the Color Fix. I have ones that I can use for cream bronzer. I can use for eyeliner. I can use it for eyeshadow. Like, they're multi-purpose and they're fantastic. They also stay down or stay on your skin really well. Last of all, in its place, sorry, almost got sidetracked, is the Revlon Radiance Foundation. This is a new foundation this year. If you have dry skin, highly recommend it. If you have maturing skin, highly recommend it. I think this looks fantastic every time I use it. I have always had really good luck with Revlon foundations. I loved the Candid foundation. I mean, I think I went through 5 or 6 tubes of that. It was fantastic. So the last item we have on the list to update on is the Kosas Dream Powder, and this is one is always super hard to open, but it does develop hard pan. But if you look, I've been chipping away the hard pan when I use it. This is one that I don't like using in my everyday makeup. There's what it looks like for the amount of wear. I am flattening the dome little by little. I don't like to use this with my everyday makeup. However, it is fantastic when I do like the tinted moisturizer. Well, they had two, but the tinted foundation. Man, outtakes for that. Tinted sunscreen, like the glowy ones, because what it does is it does walk the glow back, but it doesn't make it look matte. So that's really nice when you want to have glow, but you don't want to look like you're a glazed donut. Well, most people don't. I would love that. So that is my last pan challenge for June. I will be back in July with updates. And then I talked previously, my birthday is in August, and I am going to have pan items that I set aside for August, just like I do every other month, but I'm going to have 0 use requirements. So if I feel like going in and using them in August, great. There's a couple items, if they're not gone, I'm going to be using because I want them, I want to use them to completion. So there'll definitely be some things that I use, but I'm not required to. I can use any item, my entire collection. And during the month of August, I am going to film my makeup baskets, what I'm putting in each week of August for my weekly makeup basket. That way you guys can see what I'm using, how I'm using it, things like that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you've made this far, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and share if you think it could help someone else. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I see you guys again soon. Have a great one, guys. Bye.